Welcome back to Sew Happy. Today we're sewing one of those rare patterns that perfectly balances style and comfort, the Padget Pleated Shorts and Trousers by Petite Stitchery. If you've ever heard the term secret pajamas, you know those clothes that look perfectly put together but feel as comfy as loungewear. Well, Padget is exactly that. These trendy high-waisted bottoms include a chic wide leg, front pleats, and flattering slant pockets. You can choose between full-length trousers, flood-length pants, or go short and sweet with inseams ranging between 2 and 4 inches. The elastic waistband keeps things comfy, while the faux fly and optional belt loops add that ready-to-wear look we love. For this sew-along, I'll be using a muted eggplant stretch corduroy. It's soft, cozy, and has just enough structure to show off those beautiful pleats. So grab your fabric and let's get sewing. I've transferred the pleat markings from the pattern piece onto the wrong side of my front fabric piece. Now I'll turn it right side up, and I'll fold the fabric right sides together so that the two outermost lines on the other side meet. And pin in place. Repeat for the next pair of lines. Sew from the top to the bottom for each pair of lines, backstitching at the beginning and end, just using a regular straight stitch. Repeat for both front pant pieces. Press your pleated material toward their respective side seams. Now I'll turn my front pieces to the right sides, and I'll place the slanted pocket facing piece right sides together with the slanted edge of the front pant, and pin in place. Doing this for both front pant pieces. Sew these slanted edges with a 3/8 inch seam allowance, making sure you're not stitching through the pleat at the top. Flip your pocket over its seam to the other side of the front pant, and we're going to top stitch that seam with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Doing this again for both front pant pieces, once again making sure that you're not sewing through that pleated material at the top. Place your pocket bag right sides together with the pocket facing, aligning the inner straight edge and the bottom edges, and pin in place. Repeating for both front pant pieces. Sew the pockets to their pocket facings as pinned with a 3/8 inch seam allowance. Making sure that your pleats are facing the side seams, pin the top and side edges of the pocket to the front pant, basted in place within the seam allowance. Place your front pant pieces right sides together along the faux fly area. Pin in place from the top around the curve to the top of the inseam. Sew as pinned with a 3/8 inch seam allowance, just using a regular straight stitch. Now at this indentation at the bottom of the faux fly, we're going to clip to but not through the stitching line. Fold this fly extension to the right along the dotted line transferred from the pattern piece. I'm just going to create notches at that dotted line using my pattern piece. Fold that top material, aligning the notches and pinning in place along the top. I've transferred my curved fly line onto the right side of my fabric, and now I'll pin in place through all layers. Stitch from the top along the curve, just following my transferred line. Place your back pant pieces right sides together and pin along the curved seam. Sew your curved seam with a 3/8 inch seam allowance. Place the front and back pant pieces right sides together along the outer seams and pin in place. repeating for both outer seams. Also pin the inseams, making sure to match that center sewn seam. Sew the inseam from the bottom of one pant leg all the way around the curve to the opposite bottom of the pant leg. Also sew those straight side seams from top to bottom on both sides using a 3/8 inch seam allowance. Fold your waistband piece right sides together, matching the short edges. Sew the short edge with a 3/8 inch seam allowance and press it open. Place your waistband right sides together with the top of the pant, aligning the seam of the waistband with the center back seam and pin in place all the way around. Sew all the way around the top edge with a 3/8 inch seam allowance, making sure you're using a stretch stitch. Here is my waistband sewn and pressed up away from the pant. At this point, you can finish those outer edges of the facing all the way around. Also, optionally, you can choose to understitch the facing at that main seam. Now I'm going to turn this facing entirely to the inside of the pant along the main seam. And I'll pin in place all the way around. Sew all around the top of the waistband with a 1.5 inch seam allowance, leaving a 2 inch gap along the top of the back pant to insert the elastic. I've cut my elastic according to the measurement chart provided in the pattern instructions, and I'll lace the elastic through the opening in the back waistband. Overlap the two short ends of the elastic by about 1/4 inch, zigzag back and forth to secure. Spread the elastic on the inside so there are no gathers along the front waistband, so all of the gathers are pushed to the back. Then along the sides of the pocket, we'll top stitch the elastic in place on both sides. Then we can sew the gap in the back waistband closed along the original stitching line. To hem the bottom of the pants, fold the raw edges to the wrong side by 1 inch and pin all the way around. Then edge stitch along that inner raw edge all the way around using your preferred stretch stitch for the bottoms of both pant legs. And now your pants are complete. Thank you for watching this sew along. Enjoy pairing your new pants with various tops in your wardrobe, then I'll see you for the next sew along.